Reiki with Qigong. What are we talking about here? And why am I so passionate about it? Well, it's kind of been bubbling in the background of my life, really, since I did my original training with Qigong and Reiki. I did them at the same time, obviously not in the same place. And it was really clear to me that working with energy in this honest way, learning so much at the time, but that self-healing ignition that was occurring through the attunements of the Reiki and also the clearing of the stagnation in the body from the Qigong, it just made absolute sense to me. And it made sense in my mind as well as it resonated with my system as this is a truth, this is a fundamental truth. And so as I was doing my research into Reiki when I became a Reiki master and then became a Reiki master teacher, really going much more into the history of it and Dr. Usui and what his journey was, as much as we can know about. And I was fascinated to learn that Dr. Usui used to practice a Japanese form of Qigong called Kiku. Now, I can't find out lots about this aside from the fact that it is very like Qigong. And he also was interested in how the Yellow Emperor in the Chinese culture was taken care of energetically by his I'm going to say doctors and physicians. And largely what used to happen in this camp, according to history again, is that the energy, the chi, would be built up in these physicians and they would then emit it into the Yellow Emperor and keeping him alive for ages while they were then exhausted and really worn out. And it is said that Dr. Usui was very curious about this. It was like, why did they get so worn out from doing this practice and he had this experience of Reiki being like this, almost this bequeathment of energy from the heavens and connected with the earth that just courses through us. Now, I don't know about you, but that really chimed again, another elemental truth with me, that when we tune in with the energy of the earth, so if you're sitting or standing here, just being aware of the earth underneath you, always supporting you. And when you breathe out and sink down into that power of support, not only does it help to unwind tensions and you feel like you're actually part of the planet, you also create space in you after the tensions have gone that is attractive to the fresh new energy that the earth can just naturally give you. So this is an exchange, this old for new goes on all the time. It's at the center of your breath. It's what goes on in the universe, this like opening and closing connection that is always going on. This breath of give and receive. When you let go of the old down into the earth to be composted, you are then an attractive vessel to receive new fresh vitality. Same is true of spiritual essence and energy. When you clear out and are the space within you for the raining down of the Reiki healing energy, then you're going to be able to have more capacity for the light and for the love. So this is why Qigong, I feel, is an essential part of Reiki work, I was going to say, but play rather, so that you take care of yourself first. You take care of your I'm doing this with my shoulders, the joints of the body, because Qi can get very stagnant in the joints. You particularly take care of your wrists and your hands. You begin to work the energy between them so that you get a sense and feel for it. You'd maybe do some shaking out, some tapping, releasing down into the earth. And there are a particular set of movements that I like to do before offering Reiki. And it was so brilliant because some of you may or may not know that I didn't have a home for 5 years. I was living on the road while I was doing a lot of house sitting. And so my rose room, which was my treatment room back in the day, I wasn't able to do any at-home treatments or run any courses or classes, apart from the amazing Pili Hall in Boulder. But what I've done very recently is opened up this place. I'm now going to call it the Chiqitemple, because frankly, that's what it is. And very soon that wall is going to disappear, because that's actually the backside of a wardrobe. And that's going to open this space up to make it more available to having small groups. And last weekend, I taught Reiki 1 for the first time in several years, and it was such a joy, such a delicious reclaiming of that side of things, sharing Reiki with somebody for the first time. Wow. And tuning into what she needed, what her body was calling through to help her unwind the tensions. Before then, she learned how to do a self-treatment and then a treatment on a close friend. So these two weave so beautifully, and how wonderful it is that we get to play with this on Saturday with Sarah. Sarah and I are going to be doing the Qigong and sound activation, the Reiki, the Kotodhammas, the mantras, and that's another aspect of this whole thing. When, I don't know about you, Reiki practitioners, but do you find that sounds come through when you're doing this? Because I certainly do. So we're going to be diving into that and exploring it and giving you an experience. And there's going to be like evolution from here, I just know it, but I wanted to share that with you now as a reality check-in to where I'm coming from with the Reiki and Qigong, and what we're going to be offering you on Saturday as well. So I can't wait. Sarah is just such a beautiful, beautiful soul. Whenever we connect, it feels like we're having a dialogue in another dimension, as well as in this one. Like, I recognize her as a soul sister. We are connected through the Barefoot Doctor friendship network, and her book, Reiki from the Roots, is just a go-to. I recommend it to all people that have done Reiki too, because it just joins the dots, and it also opens up Reiki to be such this natural process that wants to birth through you. You know, every single one of us has the capacity to be able to bring healing energy through, and Reiki just gives it that integrity and focus that is safe practice. So I could go on, and I probably will, you know what I'm like, but right here and now, do come and join us on Saturday. The replay will be available for a whole month afterwards, but you need to sign up for it to be able to get access to the replay. That's the only way you're going to be doing that. So if you're watching this in another part of the world, don't worry, we've got you covered. The replay is so helpful, it really is. But we're starting at 2:00 UK on Saturday. So drop us a line, ask some questions, get involved, here to help and really open up your Reiki practice and bring in sound activation, meditation, and of course, Qigong. See you there.